What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Brainwavezz. We're going to have a conversation today. Today's particular show is more about a conversation than reacting to videos. Now, I may decide to play a clip here or there. I may decide. It just depends on how I feel. All right. But today's show is all about a conversation. I'd like to welcome you all to my show. For those of you that are here, whether you're here live or you're here on the replay, I ask that you kindly hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Feel free to share your comments. Now, I must warn you up front. I'm going to say some things. And to all the people who are anti-Anton Daniels, you are against Anton Daniels, you don't like Anton Daniels, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? You think something he's down with the alternative lifestyle. All of you individuals are most likely going to be triggered by this show. You're going to have something to say, and we'll see it in the comment section. We'll see it in the live chat. So I want to kind of go ahead and give y'all a heads up. Let me repeat this one more time right in the beginning before I get going in this show, because I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm going to need those of you that are here right now to remind people that are Anton Daniel haters. You don't like Anton. You trying to do everything you can to be anti-Anton. That seems to be the thing trending on social media. Most people just jump on the bandwagon of trends. You know what I'm saying? They're not really content creators. They're not really originators. They just copycats. They just parrots. They do what they see other people do. And I'm gonna go there. That's a lot I'm gonna talk about. So I'm just putting this out, this disclaimer. Those of you that are anti-Anton, y'all gonna probably get pissed off and y'all don't want to hear what I gotta say. I mean, that's the case. Hey, nobody holding nobody hostage around here. The door is there. You're free to leave. You're free to go. You're free to unsubscribe. I ain't losing no sleep over it. That's your issue, that you're stressed out and that you're mad, bro. You the one that's mad, bro. Not me. I ain't mad. See, you're mad. And speaking of which, that's a problem that I want to get into. You see, on social media, you got all these ninjas out here on social media saying that in order to be a tough guy, you got to mean mug all the time. You got to be mad all the time. You got to express anger. No, that's just emotional. And that's just people with issues. That's people with unresolved trauma. Okay? That's just, it is what it is. People got issues and unresolved trauma, and just because we're in social media, in the comment section, in the live chat, or you're a content creator and you putting out these videos, that doesn't mean that your issues have magically disappeared just because we're on social media. Those issues are still there. And as a matter of fact, social media is an amplifier. So see, when you get up on this platform, it amplifies what's in your heart. I know they say money is an amplifier, which it is. I'm going to add to that social media is too, because man, you see everything coming out on social media. And so a lot of people from the rip, and I got to say this from the very beginning, a lot of people did not like Anton Daniels. And I'm going to tell you the number one reason why they don't like Anton Daniels. Y'all want to know? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all want to know the number one reason why people don't like Anton Daniels. Put a 1 in the chat. I'm just curious to see if my chat is awake, or are they asleep, or are they paying attention, or are they distracted? I just want to know what's going on. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all want to hear why I, as Brainwavezz, am saying that you got all these Anton Daniel haters out here. Because that's what they are. If y'all put a 1 in the chat, I will continue. And salute to those of you that's in the building. Salute to those of you that's in the building. I see y'all. Okay? I see y'all. I see y'all. I see y'all. Everybody sleep? Nobody can't find the keyboard? Y'all don't know what the number 1 key is? It's in 2 spots on the keyboard. It's the top of the alphabet. And if you have a numeric pad, it's over to the right. Okay, so I got some 1s. And it's good to see those of you that are in the chat participating. I really like participation. So let me tell you The number one reason why all these content creators, now I don't have to name any names, there's tons of them. And it's a lot of big content creators. This is the irony of it. And I'm gonna go into something why you see a lot more large content creators than smaller content creators mad and hating on Anton Daniels. And there's different levels of being mad, different levels of being hate. And I'm gonna get into that in just a second. But the number one reason, and this is why I asked those of you in the chat to put a 1 in the chat, because it's the number one reason why people hate Anton Daniels, is because he got money. That's right. Anton Daniels got paper. He got money. He's a black man with money. Everybody knows Anton Daniels got money. You don't have to question it. You don't have to guess. You don't have to do any of that. Everybody know Anton Daniels got money. Okay? Now, some of y'all might be like, well, he got money cooning for the white people or whatever it is. Okay? But the point is he got money. And that's what y'all don't like. Y'all don't like Anton Daniels because he got money. Because I assure you, if Anton Daniels was broke, trust and believe, if Anton Daniels was broke, he ain't had no ends, no funds, no paper. If he wasn't getting to the bag, y'all would feel comfortable. Y'all would be laughing. And a lot of y'all are ninjas. You got people that hate you. You got people that will have more money than you and still hate on you. See, a lot of y'all are just pissed off because he's successful. And anytime he's a successful individual, especially somebody black, because y'all know how it is, I really don't want to turn it into a racial thing, but I'll just bring up a point. You got a successful white man, y'all ain't gonna say nothing. You're like, oh, well, he's white, he's supposed to be successful. But when you see somebody black, you be like, nah, man. Especially when you black too. And see, a lot of the people that you see, Anton Daniels is this situation that happened with him being on the Corey Holcomb show, and it exposed everybody on social media. So what you're seeing now is a lot of people were low-key haters. And again, I'm talking about even a lot of these big platforms. These platforms, I'm talking about, they got a couple 100,000 subscribers or whatever themselves. And guess what? They still hating on Anton Daniels. Listen, man, I don't understand how you can hate on somebody getting to the bag. Because if you hating on somebody getting to the bag, you actually hating on yourself. See, you reap what you sow. That's a biblical principle. Nobody want to hear that though. Y'all ain't paying attention to the Bible because y'all on ninja time. See, what we seeing is on YouTube, everybody's on ninja time. They mad because Anton is successful. If Anton wasn't successful, if he wasn't successful, y'all won't be pissed off. And so because he's successful, and because when he appeared on the show with Corey, the Corey Holcomb show, he didn't jeopardize the bag on the show. You ninjas wanted him to jeopardize the bag. But see, he didn't jeopardize the bag. Regardless of what you want to say, oh, he didn't handle it right. He handled it right. He this or that. What he did do is he protected the bag. Regardless of what you want to say, y'all can throw in all your opinions all day long. Y'all can make a million videos. Corey did this, Anton did this, etc., etc. He protected the bag, and that's what y'all mad at. Furthermore, y'all are also equally mad that not only did he protect the bag, he's getting to the bag with all the interviews he's been doing. Even when he comes on this millionaire show, when he does his show on his platform, he's still getting to the bag. And so he's getting to the bag, and y'all are seeing he's successful. And so what do ninjas do when somebody's successful? They try to bring you down. So now they pushing this whole broke wrist theory. They trying to dig and find old stuff. See, this is what happens when you can't touch a successful individual. When you try to bring up a situation and how they handle it, and you know really he came out winning. Again, he protected the bag. He came out winning. He didn't lose nothing going on that show. All you ninjas hating on him, all you content creators making these videos, you felt this way about Anton all along. You just now have a reason to voice what's in your heart and what's in your feelings. That's why everybody making all these videos. And I want you as the viewer to pay attention to what's happening. See, I told y'all in 2026, everything getting exposed. Everything's coming to an end. It's coming out. I told y'all this. You are seeing as the viewer who is a hater as a viewer. Because I guarantee you, if you're successful, if you get into the bag, even as a viewer, and something come out, you get into a situation or what have you, them same people will drag you. They'll look, listen, people look for any opportunity to try to drag you and pull you down instead of lifting somebody else. And let me make something clear. This is YouTube, but you got to remember, as a content creator, we're technically co-workers, okay? Let me make this clear. As much as you don't rock with somebody, as much as you roll solo, as much as you with this crew and with this camp, at the end of the day, we're co-workers. That's right, all of us. If you are a content creator and you make videos and live streams and YouTube shorts, we are co-workers. You know, the workplace has a policy about that. So when they watching you make video after video after video after video after video, though you may be getting to the so-called bag in the short term, in the long term, you're hurting your brand, you're hurting your reputation. Because what it shows is that even if you're not directly involved in the situation, you're just taking shots and it don't even make sense. It's like the focus on social media as of late. I've been sitting back watching all these videos. The focus on social media has been on Anton Daniels. It's like Corey, don't nobody talk about Corey. In terms of the number of videos and the percentage, everyone, like if they're not talking about the actual so-called fight or the situation that took place, shy of that, everyone is talking about Anton Daniels. You go to all the comments, Anton Daniels. What is with your obsession with Anton Daniels? And you know, I know some of y'all are, you know, y'all on the DL yourself. Y'all on the DL yourself. That's why y'all so obsessed with Anton. Is he on the DL? He on the DL? What? Listen, especially for the men, man. Why y'all so obsessed with that topic? Why are y'all over obsessed about that topic? Y'all desperate. Y'all reaching. Y'all trying too hard. Y'all going back to interviews years old. Now everybody talking about the Fleece Johnson interview. How do you expect Anton to handle that situation? Listen, Anton is going to protect the bag. See, I'm going to tell you what Anton did. And I may actually pull up just that clip of the interview. Okay? Just for the sake of delivering my point, okay? Anton protected the bag. You ninjas on YouTube that have reckless mouths, you leave reckless comments, you leave reckless live chats, and those of you that are content creators, y'all reckless as well. Guess what? Y'all would jeopardize the bag. You would jeopardize your freedom. You would jeopardize everything. And you call yourself keeping it real. The streets ain't gonna feed you. The streets ain't gonna clothe you. The streets ain't gonna take care of you. The streets don't pay your bills. And they damn sure ain't gonna bail you out when you get locked up. Where the streets at, huh? Y'all trying to keep it real with a group of individuals that ain't gonna support you. As much as people claim, yeah, man, I gotta do it for the streets. I gotta stay true to the streets. Where the streets at when you get caught up? Where the streets at when you need them? They ain't around. You got to think about that. Anton protected the bag like he did in the interview with Fleece Johnson, and just like he did with the interview when he was on the Corey Holcomb show. Okay? I don't know about y'all, but a lot of y'all don't care about protecting the bag. It's like you going to your 9 to 5 and you'll just do anything to lose your job, risk getting arrested, getting a case, getting stuff put out in the public. Like a lot of people just reckless, man. And what this exposes, this whole Anton Daniels situation exposes people for who they are. Listen, there is no more veil and secrecy in 2026. The whole veil of illusion and secrecy, all that's gone. We are seeing exactly who is who. Okay, and you're seeing a lot of people, a lot of content creators that you thought was cool with certain people that faked the funk. Now they've taken this opportunity to take shots. And quite frankly, it's really low, because it's low for somebody that's not directly related to the situation, and they taking shots, kicking somebody when they down, or suppose it down, meaning while they in the middle of a situation. It's just low, man. And it's so much hypocrisy I see on social media. And it's like, you see everybody, like, I've seen content creators confirm things that was presented to me, things that I picked up on it that I've seen, and then I've seen how they responded to the Anton Daniels situation, and it shows me. I've watched content creators make video after video after video after video, and all they do is they're obsessed with Anton Daniels. It's not balanced. It's like, are you guys secretly in love with Anton Daniels? Is there something on the DL y'all got to come out and say? Because y'all making a lot of videos. Y'all making a lot of videos. And these videos, they're not fair and balanced. It's like, if you're going to talk about Anton Daniels and y'all want to go back and y'all want to dig up Anton Daniels dirt, then y'all need to go back, and it's not really dirt. Then see, this is what it is. They're trying to turn a situation into something. Because let me make something clear. Particularly this Fleece Johnson interview that's going around. I'm gonna play a clip from it. I wasn't gonna play it, but I'm gonna play a clip from it in a second. See, with this Fleece Johnson interview, nobody had nothing to say about it back in the day, 2 years ago when it came out. Y'all ain't had nothing to say back in 2024. When the interview was out, you had nothing to say then. You had nothing to say in 2025. Now, all of a sudden, because a couple of hater content creators think that they could take shots at Anton, thinking that they gonna bring him down. See, don't you see the setup? First, Corey took his shots at Anton. Because Corey, listen, I don't care what nobody says. Y'all gotta think about this from a business perspective. You got too many emotional men on YouTube running around. I expect women to be emotional. And you know what's crazy? I've seen more fair and balanced approach from the women than I've seen from the men. Somebody make this make sense, man. I've seen more of a fair and balanced approach from the women who are supposed to be emotional by design, by God's design. They're naturally predisposed to be emotional. I know there's exceptions to the rule. I'm just saying in general, okay? Don't get all technical. Y'all know what I mean. More naturally predisposed to be emotional as women, they've taken more of a logical approach. And then dudes that's supposed to be more naturally predisposed to be logical and not be emotional, they've been the ones taking the emotional approach. I don't see no fair and balance. It's like, if you're going to go in on Anton, you got to go in on Corey too. And all I've been seeing is this, everybody's been trying to go in on Anton. Why? Because Anton Daniels most likely has more bread than Corey. And y'all know it. Y'all know it. Y'all's like, man, Anton is successful. He got this. Y'all mad. Anton Daniels is tapped into an audience that Corey could never reach, being on Ninja Time, being on Street Time. See, Corey Holcomb, he has an audience. Don't get it twisted. He's got an audience. He's got a platform. But he's not tapped in. He cannot reach a demographic like Anton. Anton can talk to the streets. Anton can talk to a whole bunch of other folks. But Corey, he's kind of pigeonholed himself into that demographic. And the way that he conducted that, the show that he had where Anton was on his show, proves that. Okay? Corey was not looking long-term to protect the bag. And people subconsciously or subliminally know that. So what they doing is they jealous of Anton. They're trying to take shots and they're trying to create narratives. You know what's funny? I've had that same narrative going with me. It's like, why do broke ninjas, and let me explain something. Being broke is relative, right? I'm going to give you something that Michael Jordan said. the iconic, famous of all time basketball, greatest of all time basketball player. He said something. This individual was talking to Michael Jordan, and Michael Jordan was like, "You looking at me, and you think I'm rich because I make 100 million, but my 100 million in the presence of a billionaire, I'm broke." You see? Let me repeat this. You, as a viewer, you're looking at Michael Jordan, at least at the time when he said this, right? I don't know what his current net worth is. I mean, that's besides the point. The point still stands, okay? People be getting too technical. Brainwaves. Michael Jordan's net worth is... Listen, man, just stop. Just stop making a fool of yourself. My point still stands. Michael Jordan said you, as a viewer, are looking at him because he made $100 million and you think he's rich. But his $100 million in the presence of billionaires, he's broke. I say this to say you got content creators here on YouTube. They got a couple of 100,000. Maybe they got a couple million subscribers. And they're making money on YouTube. But just because they're making money does not mean that they're making Anton Daniels money. Just because their videos get views does not mean they're getting Anton Daniels views. Do you see where I'm going here? Just because they get a little bit of reach or maybe a lot of bit of reach doesn't mean they get Anton Daniels reach. A lot of people are jealous and mad when you're successful. I personally had people talk about me on YouTube. It was some ninja content creators. Listen, I'm all the successful content creators, I'm good. Like the legit ones, I'm good. It's those broke ninjas, broke ninja content creators who try to act like they got money. Some of them I have actually exposed and called out and provided proof and evidence and receipts. They ain't got no money. They broke. All the broke people be trying to front like they got money. It's no difference than, listen, I live here in Atlanta, born and raised. People could say Atlanta is one of the capitals of fake it till you make it. Everybody here think they're a celebrity. Everybody trying to look like they got it, but they don't have it. Everybody driving these cars. They might even live in this house, but they got no money in the bank. They broke. They can't buy none. Some people, and I'm talking about even white folks, they got these big houses. They got the cars outside, and then when you step inside their house, if they let you in the house, they got lawn furniture. That's right. They got lawn chairs in their house. But from the outside, you see the cars, you see the house. They might have clothes, but they broke. It's no different than people on content here as content creators on YouTube. They got subscribers, they getting paid, but they broke. And so this is an opportunity that they couldn't take an opportunity before. See, now everybody's jumping on the bandwagon, and they figure, and if anything, you want to look at it like this. If anything, now, because of what took place for Anton Daniels, a lot of other content creators are eating off of Anton Daniels. They're eating off his name. Okay? They're eating off his name because now they're making videos talking about how wrong he is, and they going in on him, but I don't see them talking about Corey. And because they going in on Anton Daniels, they getting a check. They getting a check. Yeah, Robert is absolutely right. He says, it's crazy that Anton receives so much hate for no reason, but they don't have that same energy for Corey. Yeah, I'm watching what's going on in the YouTube streets, right? And I'm watching everybody silent with Corey. Also, let me bring this up. A lot of y'all are like, well, Anton is making videos on this platform, and Anton's doing this, and Anton's doing that. Anton's getting to the bag. That's what he's supposed to do. What Corey is not doing is he not getting to the bag. The same way that he dropped the bag when Anton Daniels was on his show by how he was responding to Anton Daniels, it's the same way that he dropping the bag right now. And what he's doing is he getting Craig and them. He getting Craig and them to do all of Corey's talking. See, Corey ain't saying nothing. Listen, the same way that Corey was not going to swing, it's the same way that Corey's not saying nothing. Because listen, a real street dude would have just swung. Man, F all that talking. F all that talking, getting loud, getting in somebody's face. That's for the cameras. If Corey was really for the streets, he should just got his ass up and swung. He got enough gumption to stand up out of the chair during the interview and get in Anton's face. Man, F all of that. Get up and just swing on Anton. You from the streets. Get your ass up and swing. F all that talking. See, that's the problem. Y'all doing too much talking. Y'all ain't about that action. And that's what Anton told Corey. You're like, you ain't gonna do nothing. Why? Because Anton know that. Anton grew up in Detroit. He know what time it is. You think just because we got money, you think that because people get into the bag, they don't know how the streets work? That don't mean you forgot how the streets work. Listen, I'm doing some real talk. If Corey was really about that YN street life, and he ain't no YN, he just an N. He an old N. He's 60 years old, acting like he 18 to 25. If Corey, listen, I don't care what none of you ninjas say. I know real street killers. I know real street goons. I know real street goblins. They don't talk. They'll just knock your behind out. All that talking, boom, you get laid out. And I've seen this even with my personal dealings on YouTube. Those of you that are familiar with me, I've had content creators, ain't been many, but I've had content creators talk about what they do. Hold on, y'all, I'm trying to move. I got some stuff situated all over. So anyway, I've had some content creators, say stuff about me, talking about what they gonna do, but when I was standing in their face, they ain't did nothing. The same way that Corey didn't do nothing to Anton, right? Corey was right in Anton's face. He got in his face, but he ain't do nothing. I've had content creators. I've been in their face multiple times. They ain't swing. They ain't do nothing. They not about their life, but then they turn back around and made 1,000 videos trying to act all tough, talking about what they do. Man, please. If you really about that life, you just do it. If you really about that life, you just do it. Most of these folks on social media are not about that life, man. Man, F all the videos. Turn the cameras off and just ride out and go do it. Stop all the videos. Stop all the talking. Stop getting quiet. Stop being secretive. Just ride out and do it. A lot of people are fake. A lot of people are wannabes. See, y'all thought that Corey was really about that street life. Man, he ain't about that street life. He would have just done it. He would have done it. His show would have been canceled. You've been seeing this in the news. It'd be a whole bunch of stuff going on or whatever. Or, I don't know. Maybe he just would have swung, and then next thing you know, one thing lead to another. Maybe he would have tried to unalive Anton. I mean, I know they both had their security. And you got to remember, Anton walked up to Corey's platform. Okay? It wasn't Corey coming over on the Anton Daniels show. Anton was on his show, on Corey's show, on Corey's turf, Corey's people around, Corey people outside. Even if they weren't in the studio, they right there. That's his neck of the woods. That's his hood. Corey ain't did nothing with all that support. He ain't did. So you know he ain't doing nothing if he step outside of his hood. I keep trying to tell you, man, a lot of these folks, they not about that life. If they was about that life, they wouldn't even be on social media. And a lot of you ninjas in the live chat and a lot of you ninjas in the comment section, y'all don't be about that life either. It's just a bunch of talk because it sound good. It's a bunch of talk because it feel good. Somebody read the comments. Oh, wow, look at how tough that person is. Did you see what that guy say in the comment section? Wow. If people was really about that life, they would just do it. And that goes for anything, not just being tough or being about the ninja life. Y'all just mad because Anton get into the bag. Y'all mad that he didn't lose the bag on the Corey show. Y'all mad that he's still not losing the bag. Y'all mad. So all these content creators are sitting there watching and say like, man, Anton took that situation. He made even more money off of it because he's focused on getting to the bag. You see? And that's why y'all mad. Y'all making 1,000 videos. Because I'm watching all these content creators. They got a lot of smoke. Every time I turn around, 2 times a day, 3 times a day. It's like they stop talking about their other content. All they doing is talking about Anton Daniels. You two, what is with your obsession with Anton Daniels? It's like people should be getting to their other content. And you know what it is? They already had that hate. They secretly had. Listen, just because somebody smile in your face, you hear the song, they smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. Backstabbers. You have people that will smile in your face. They want to take your place. They'll act like they cool with you, but they backstabbers. You got people, I've shown y'all this. I've shown my own audience this. I've had people that's been members. I had people that's been moderators. People that's been cool for years coming up in the chat. Some people I've talked on the phone with, met in person, what have you, and they turned on you. They turned on you and they showed their real colors. They never was cool. They always was a hater. So you got people like that. Just because somebody might know Anton to be cool. I mean, come on, it's Anton Daniels. A lot of people know him. A lot of people have interacted with him, et cetera, et cetera. But y'all mad because y'all only focus on him. Look at how many people are viewing this live stream right now. That should be proof that people mad. All the people that was in here, they mad. I guarantee if I was dragging Anton Daniels right now, man, this thing would be full. And what does this tell you? This tells you that the majority of people on the internet as content creators, the majority of people as viewers, they don't like Anton Daniels. And what's the number one reason? Because he getting to the bag. He got the kind of bread that y'all don't have. And because of the way that you interacting with, you would never interact with an Anton Daniels. And let me explain this. This goes further. Anton Daniels also interacts with other people. And those people are getting to the bag. And you wouldn't be able to interact with those individuals. So you got a bunch of haters that are just mad. It's no difference when you pull up to the block. Oh, you got that new whip. You think you all that because you got that new whip. Or when you pull up, they see your girl. So now, this your girl? This your wife? Bro, that's your wife? Man, his wife bad. You want to be where Anton is. Either that or y'all want to actually be with Anton. And I personally see there's a lot of folks that's on the DL. Y'all heard the stories. Y'all see the numbers. You see the statistics. A lot of these guys run around acting tough on the internet. They overcompensate. All that tough guy talk, they overcompensate for something that might have happened later on or early on in their life. They had some things that took place. They've been involved in situations with other guys. They've been on the casting couch. They've been around these celebrities, these industry folks, and, other movers and shakers on YouTube and, goons in the street, like the independent stuff like that. They got out of jail. They put the streets there and got out of jail. So a lot of these guys been touched. It's a lot of them on social media. And this is why they trying to turn anti. That's what they do. When you're successful, when they got no dirt on you, they ain't got no receipts on you, there's nothing on you, you get into the bag, you still successful, then they got to create lies. They got to create narratives. And you got a lot of these content creators that are trying to dig and they're desperate. They're reaching too hard, trying too hard to try to turn something that took place years ago into something that is not. If that was the case, how come ain't nobody had nothing to say about that interview with Anton and Fleece back then? Why are they saying it now? Listen, I might play. I might play it. I might play just a clip of it. Okay. I wasn't planning on playing it, but I might actually do it. But I'm gonna start it right here. Okay. I'm gonna start it right here. This is the interview of Anton Daniels with Fleece Johnson. It's on Anton Daniels' channel. I wasn't planning on playing this, but, why not? I might as well play it at this point. I want you to see just the part that everybody's going in where they trying to say, oh, yeah, see, look at how Anton Daniels react. And I'm going to break this down and I'm going to explain it. Now, if y'all want me to actually do a breakdown of these videos and show you how people are talking out of nothing, trying to turn something into something, or should I say nothing into something rather? Y'all put a 5 in the chat. And I may do a breakdown on this. But I'm going to show you this real quick.
And I'm laying in there, and people don't understand it, man. I mean,
You think it's divine? Do you think it's God?
now God said in the Bible it's not good that a man should be alone. That's why he made a woman.
No, your survival.
So I think it was,
Like all of the things that you've been through.
ain't no doubt in my mind it was God. Because I was too ignorant to know how to get myself out of a situation that I created.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I couldn't get, I would think I was doing is digging a pit deeper and deeper. And then I got to the point where I just didn't care no more, man. And, you know, I was a favorite among my grandmamas and my mamas and my aunties. All of them considered me out of all the children, I'm the favorite. They love me, man.
Everybody love you, Fleece.
But I'm in here going through all this, and then people act like they don't understand that I like booty. So what? But what is I'm supposed to do, bruh? Huh?
Now, I want to pause real quick right here. And I want to say something. Okay, I'm seeing fives in the chat, so y'all want me to do a breakdown. I'm going to pause right here. Now, you got street ninjas, or should I say wannabe street ninjas, reacting to this interview. Okay, and they not about securing the bag. They not about getting that paper. Okay, when you are a host, and see, this is, man, hold up. This is the same reason why Corey dropped the bag when he had Anton on the show. See, I'm gonna break this down. When you are a host on a show, you gotta understand this. All that street-ish, man, nah, ain't nobody trying to hear that. When you are a host on a show and you have a guest on your show, okay? You got a guest on the show. You have a guest on your show. The last thing you can do is if they say something and if they do something, is be like crazy. You can't respond the way that you might want to respond. You're going to have to be cool. You're going to have to keep the peace. And, you know, maybe you could talk about it later on. Perhaps you could do a video or react to it later on in a civilized manner. But while you have that particular guest on your show, remember, Fleece was a guest on Anton Daniels' show. You got to allow that person to, you know, speak and just kind of do whatever it is. And if they say something that puts you in an uncomfortable situation, you got to be real careful how you respond. Now, let me make something clear. You got a lot of cats, a lot of these folks in the live chat. I'm not talking about my live chat. I'm talking about across the social media land. People in live chats, people in the comment section, and these content creators, they got phobias. And you know what type of phobia I'm talking about. They got phobias. They're scared of people who play for the alternative team. And these are the type of people that if somebody from the alternative team, if they was to try to hit on you, if they was to try to drop a comment, you know what I mean by hit on you. They drop a comment saying that they like you. They a dude and they saying they like you romantically, you know, as another dude, or, you know, you a chick into another chick. You know what I'm saying, right? A lot of you dudes, you ninjas, you content creators, you would respond with violence. And there's laws to protect that community. Okay? I mean, I ain't no advocate for that community now. You know what the Bible says, and you know, it is what it is. We know people all across the board, and they know what it is. It is what it is. But I'm just making a point. There are laws and there's rules about going in for individuals like that and just wanting to respond in a violent manner, whether it's verbally, physically, your intent. And what you see is that a lot of cats, they be like, man, if a dude actually tried to holler at me, man, I'll punch his lights out. I'll go and all this stuff. Okay, that means you're a violent individual. You're violent. And this is how these ninjas on social media, even as content creators. Listen, I don't give a flying flip how big somebody's content, their channel is. Matter of fact, the bigger your channel is, the easier it is for me to call you out. There's so many content creators on YouTube right now. And then you got the larger channels doing this craziness. And then the smaller channels looking up to the larger channel. Well, I want to be like them. So they following in the footsteps, putting out the same type of videos. A bunch of parrots, a bunch of copycats. Ain't nobody being original with the exception of a few people. There's a few people outside of that, ain't nobody being original. Everybody just copying. Oh, well, they did that and their videos got 200,000 views. I'm going to do the exact same thing, hoping I'm going to get 200,000 views. And they do this with everything. But again, if you are a dude and another guy that plays for the other team hits on you, what are you going to do? Especially when you're on camera and you have them as a guest on your show. You don't think Anton already knew about Fleece Johnson being a booty warrior? You don't think he didn't know that before he had him on the show? See, the problem with a lot of ninjas is y'all don't understand what y'all dealing with. Y'all don't study who's about to be on your show. Y'all just running like from the streets. And a lot of people are commenting from that. Anton's going to protect the bag. So when Fleece said what he just said, I'm going to run it back. Watch how Anton responds. And then you got a lot of ninjas up there trying to flip it around. See, I told you, Anton, he liked that. He liked that. He didn't say he liked that. Watch this. I'm going to run it back.
To get myself out of a situation that I created.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I couldn't get, I don't think I was doing is digging a pit deeper and deeper. And then I got to the point where I just didn't care no more, man. And, you know, I was a favorite of my grandmamas and my mamas and my aunties. All of them considered me out of all the children, I'm the favorite. They love me, man.
Everybody love you, Fleece.
But I'm in here going through all this, and then people act like they don't understand that I like booty. So what? But what is I'm supposed to do, bro?
Everybody love you, Fleece.
But I'm in here going through all this, and then people act like they don't understand that I like booty. So what? But what is I'm supposed to do, bro?
And right then and there, a lot of y'all ninjas, a lot of y'all would be getting violent. Then y'all would respond, "Oh man, this man like it." Y'all want to go and claim you gonna punch this person and did it. Man, y'all ain't doing nothing. Because if y'all do, they got a whole set of protections. You'll be done. You'll end your whole livelihood. Not even just on YouTube. I'm talking about your jobs, man. They'll cancel you. They'll shut you down. They'll shut you down. I'm not saying I agree with this lifestyle. I don't agree with the lifestyle, but it is what it is. You got to stop and think this is business. YouTube is a business. A lot of people as viewers come to YouTube and y'all look at it like this not a business. Y'all just come up here, oh, it's like we just talking like this is locker room talk. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we just talking a bunch amongst men or for the ladies. They just no. This is a business. YouTube is a platform. It is a business. And how you respond and what you do, there's rules to that. You can't just do that. Now, again, I'm about to play what happens. You got to stop and think, okay? This is a guest. Fleece Johnson is a guest on the show. If Anton responds in a violent way, Anton's going to mess up the bag. He's going to mess up his reputation. But that's what you ninjas want because y'all hating on Anton. Y'all, listen, any man, especially a black man that got money that's successful, however he got money successful, y'all want to see him fall. Y'all don't want to see him maintain that position. So y'all will stop at nothing. Y'all will set him up. Y'all will instigate. Y'all will say stuff to try to get him. And of course, you're going to be happy about it. Yeah. Anton, like, punched that dude's lights out. Anton went, rah. Yeah. Y'all be happy because you know it's going to be the death to his pockets. Hell, it might be the death to him. So, of course, the ninjas are going to be happy. And that's what they want. But they mad because Anton is not giving you what you want. Y'all mad. Y'all blood is boiling. Y'all upset. Y'all can't stand it. But you know what's funny? Y'all ain't got that same smoke for Corey. Because y'all claim you want to see Anton punch somebody's lights out. Y'all be like, oh, Anton, he should have responded to Fleece. This is what he should have did. He should have responded to Fleece and he should have just knocked his lights out, cussed him out and did all this stuff. Corey didn't do none of that. Y'all claiming that Anton play for the other team. Ain't that the videos y'all making? Ain't that what the comment section saying? Everybody trying to be like, oh, Anton is secretly on the DL. So if y'all claiming that Anton play for the other team, how come Corey didn't get up and swing on him? Corey got up, but he didn't swing. I don't hear nothing about it. Say one more time. You got enough smoke to get up out of your chair. You got that much energy. The moment Corey got up out of that chair, he should just swung. F all that talking-ish, man. Y'all, listen, I don't give a damn how big the YouTube channel is. These folks are fake. When y'all gonna realize this is social media? That's why Anton Daniels said you ain't gonna do nothing. He knew Corey wasn't gonna do nothing. Because if Corey didn't do nothing then, he ain't gonna do it again. It's a waste of time. I didn't even break down that actual full video. I may still do that. I know it's late. I know it's after the fact, but I don't move when everybody else moves. I don't jump on the bandwagon like everybody else. All right? So you got to look at it like this. Corey didn't do nothing, but ain't nobody making videos about Corey. All I see is every time it's Anton Daniels, Anton Daniels, Anton Daniels. And you know what's the hypocrisy of it? These content creators are getting to the bag, dragging Anton Daniels. But they mad at Anton Daniels for getting to the bag. Make it make sense. Even if Anton Daniels does drag Corey, he getting to the bag. You dragging Anton Daniels. I don't care if you're trying to say it in a politically correct way or a non-politically correct way. I see content creators, especially these big platforms, they dragging Anton and they getting to the paper. They videos getting a bunch of views, likes, clicks. They get into that bag, but they want to be mad at Anton. You know why? They might be getting to the bag, but they ain't getting to the bag the way Anton get. Now, watch how Anton handles this particular situation. All right? Let's go. Watch how he handles it.
Love me, man.
Everybody love you, Fleece.
But I'm in here going through all this, and then people act like they don't understand that I like booty. So what? But what is I'm supposed to do, bruh? Huh?
I don't know. You tell me.
You don't know.
I don't know. I can't picture myself ever being in that situation.
Now, Anton said he can't even picture himself being in that situation. But you got these content creators and you got these ninjas trying to put him in that situation. Oh, you know, Anton Daniels, he had somebody that played for the other team on his show, right? And look at how he reacted. He was just a he, a ha. Y'all want to see Anton Daniels. Listen, why does men, this is what I want to know. Why the hell do you have so many emotional men on YouTube? Emotional men out here. Why is it that if somebody that is actually gay and they hit on you? Because this is like, listen, I live in Atlanta. All you content creators, all you viewers, all you people, I'm born and raised. Y'all call Atlanta Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what y'all done made 1,000 videos calling Atlanta Sodom and Gomorrah. I don't hear the term Sodom and Gomorrah get applied to other cities. Y'all don't even call Las Vegas Sodom and Gomorrah. Atlanta worse than Las Vegas. If there is ever a chance to get hit on by a man that plays for the other team, it would be here in Atlanta. So if I were to respond the way that y'all expect Anton Daniels to respond, or the way that y'all say, yeah, man, if I was this, man, you ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. If I and every other straight man were to respond when a dude either come around, do a look, try to hit on you or something like that, that play for the other team that's gay, and we were to respond in violence, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. Do you understand if you did that on your job? And I mean, you know, that's a whole nother conversation. Do you realize if you did that in your job, you did that here, especially on social media where they got proof, you're on camera, they got videos, they got records, man, you'd be done. They will throw away the key if you do that. So you got to be smart about how you react to things. See, ninjas are not smart. Ninjas just know how to wreck-ish. They know how to tear stuff up. Ninjas don't know how to get to the bag. Yeah, Vegas is crazy. Jay Wash says Vegas is crazy, bro. That's what I'm saying. Vegas is crazy. And for everybody to make 1,000 videos and call Atlanta Sodom and Gomorrah, you got people moving out. People don't want to come here because it's so bad. I don't see people saying that about Vegas. All the stuff they're going in Vegas for, and there's other cities around the country now. And we can even talk about the world, but I did just bring up Vegas, and we have a viewer here in the chat that brought up Vegas. So we're just going to talk about Vegas for a moment. You don't hear people talking about, yeah, man, it's wild in Vegas and the stuff. Let's move out of Vegas. But yet they talking about that here in Atlanta. Look at what 309 Technology said. He says, basically, if you go to jail, Johnsons are going to be waiting for you to arrive. No tough talk. Now, it's very... Exactly. All you dudes talking about... Listen, you got just like how Fleece Johnson, he's a booty warrior. You got booty warriors in the pen. So all that tough talk about what you going to do to a dude if he were to try to hit on you, if he say, hey, I think you look good. What you gonna do? You gonna go, you gonna pull out your weapon and go, or you gonna pull out them hands and you gonna try to punch his lights out? You do that, you gonna end up in the pen, and it's gonna be dudes waiting on you when they find out, hey, yeah, what you in here for? Because they gonna find out, don't lie. Don't lie, they gonna find out. And they find out what you in there, somebody gonna get you. Somebody will turn you into the booty warrior. Listen, man. Y'all got to stop listening to these folks on Demon Time. These folks on Demon Time going to get you wrong. They're going to get you all messed up. Now, I want you to pay attention to what Anton did and how he reacted. Okay? Let's go.
All right.
And also, Anton at first said he ain't about... Look, he said he don't see himself that way. Watch.
Huh?
I don't know. You tell me.
You don't know.
I don't know. I can't picture myself ever being in that situation.
All right. I just say, for instance, you was in that situation.
I can't see it, Fleece.
You see what he did? Fleece is trying to insinuate, hey, well, just picture yourself you in that situation. Did you see Anton say, yeah, I could picture myself in that situation? No. He said, again, I can't see it, Fleece. But you got to remember, he is the host and Fleece is a guest on his show. And if he sit up there and say the wrong thing and just be all crazy and, get up like Corey did and get in his face and want to punch his like, hit on me one more time. That's what Corey did. That's what Corey did. Corey got up at Anton's face and said, say it one more time. Imagine if Anton did the same thing. Y'all be like, Anton dead wrong, but when Corey do it, y'all ain't got nothing to say. I tell you, man, listen, the reason why all this stuff is coming out in January, because YouTube, listen, all of this mess, it's about the street's about to get cleaned up. I told y'all things are coming to an end. But anyway, let's go, man.
I can't think about it.
You would turn me down.
What you mean?
Huh?
Now, Fleece is shocked. He's like, you would turn me down. He was like, what? Anton like, what you mean? Listen, Anton's like, what you mean? Meaning, yes, I will turn you down. Why are you looking at me like, huh? What do you mean? I would turn you down. That's what he's saying.
More important than Wilder, you should know what I mean.
Now, the way that Anton Daniels is responding, okay, the way that Anton Daniels just responded right there, that is a response when you're uncomfortable. You know how people laugh when they're uncomfortable? People have different ways of being uncomfortable. So in that moment, he laughed it off. That's why he was grabbing his nose and all of that stuff, because he's uncomfortable. But he don't want to fumble the bag. Do you see? This is how you respond. But you ninjas, you want to get violent. Y'all want to get mad. Why y'all mad, man? I tell you, man, this is crazy. Let's go.
I can't see it, please.
And he just, after he got done laughing, again, he said, I can't see it, Fleece. He's trying to make it clear, Fleece, I can't see it. I can't see it. He's stuck to it. But people on the internet trying to turn this around and be like, oh, Anton Daniels, he down with it. No, the whole time he said, I can't see it. I can't see it. But he's got to be respectful to Fleece, because if he dropped the bag, he's going to alienate anybody that play for that team. And it's a lot of people that play for that team publicly. There's a lot of people that play for that team privately. They on the DL. They don't want to say nothing, or they've had encounters and they don't want to say nothing. So you'll be fumbling the bag if you respond in the wrong way. You didn't see Anton get in Fleece's face like Corey did with him.
And I'm going to tell you why. Listen, I just can't even picture myself ever being locked up.
So look, he said he can't even picture himself ever being locked up, which means he can't even picture himself ever in a situation like that.
That's good. That's good.
I will do anything to stay out of prison. Like, I won't steal, kill, destroy, nothing.
That's good.
I knew from a very early age that I'm not built for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I just never even wanted to put myself in that hypothetical situation. So when I was seeing you...
I ain't saying this to be disrespectful.
No. I don't think it's disrespectful. I think that it's...
I think you cute, for real. But
me?
Yeah.
Not me.
Not in that look.
Not me.
Again, the reason why Anton Daniels is laughing here and he's turning his head, because that's a very uncomfortable situation. When you're straight and you got another man telling you on camera, I think you're cute, you can't be like, F you, ninja. See, that's how you ninjas would do. You would fumble the bag. You would destroy your entire livelihood. You would put yourself out on the street. Man, F you, ninja. You'll get up and get in his face and be ready to do all this stuff. It's the wrong way to respond. See, we've been listening to street dudes for too long. See, listen, they call them street dudes for a reason. Street dudes live on the street. Street dudes ain't got nothing to lose. They in the damn streets. What the hell is a street dude got to lose? Nothing. He ain't built up nothing. He don't have no empire. He got nothing. That's why they call them street dudes. That's why they call him for the streets. He spent all his time in the streets, his loyalty to the streets. He in the streets. He ain't got nothing to lose. His house is the streets. You understand? But somebody that's not a street dude, somebody got money, they got things to lose. So Anton is laughing right now, and he turned his face towards the camera. Basically like, y'all see this? I just said no, and this dude's still trying again. That's a very uncomfortable situation. So he's responding with laughter, because laughter is one of the ways that people respond when they're uncomfortable. Let's go.
I'm saying, hold up. Good looking. Let's say it like it. Good looking.
See, again, when Fleece said good looking, Anton is still laughing. Anton stopped laughing. Fleece went back and said, good looking. Anton laughed again, because that's very uncomfortable. But the last thing that he could do on camera is get up and be ready to punch his lights out or do something crazy or, cuss him out or something like that. You got to be real careful when you do that, man. That stuff will come back and destroy your entire brand. So it's like you just try to get through the interview and that's it. You like, okay, I'm done with that. People acting like Anton had Fleece Johnson on his show like 1,000 times. Like, yeah, and after this interview, I'm going to have Fleece Johnson back. No, man, it was a one and done interview.
Well, if you was locked up.
See, again, he's like, bruh. he like, bruh. And people can't see that. They can't see that. Anton is uncomfortable to the point where he's putting his head down and he's laughing about it, but he's putting his head down and it's basically his eyes over his hand over his face, because it's very uncomfortable for a straight man. You got uneducated ninjas on YouTube, and I don't give a flying flip, but they got 1 million subscribers. Having 1 million subscribers don't make you educated. You just got 1 million subscribers. You got a bunch of uneducated ninjas on YouTube with the goal of hating and mad because Anton get into the bag, and they want to sabotage him getting to the bag, so they take shots any opportunity they get. So they using this video, ooh, let me use this to take shots and say that Anton is gay. If you couldn't get up and cold clock a ninja, if you couldn't get up and go, rah, if you couldn't curse out somebody, how do you expect to respond to somebody that's hitting on you like that? And yet you're trying to protect the bag, because you got to be very careful what you say. You got an entire community watching this. Watch this.
If you was locked up, yeah. And we was locked up, I would talk to you.
See what he did? He ended the interview. You understand? He ended the interview. He ended the interview. That was it. He ended. He was like, basically, that was enough. It was enough. They ended the interview. That was the best thing to do. He protected the bag. He kept it cool. The same way that he protected the bag when he was on the Corey Holcomb show. And y'all ninjas is jealous because he protected the bag. Y'all wanted to see Anton flip out so y'all could make videos so y'all could get the bag and watch Anton go broke. Y'all like, yeah. And like, see, I told you he wasn't nothing. You got a lot of content creators that want to say, I told you they ain't nothing. Listen, when you get into the bag, you got to get to the bag, man. Listen, it's 2026. 2026. 2026. We got to get to the bag. We got, what's this? Nat in the building. She says, you really detest street ninjas, huh? No, the point is, street ninjas ain't moving right. And it's street ninjas that's doing all the talking on social media. So I'm making this video because it's not the guys that are not street ninjas. It's a bunch of street ninjas. And then it's a bunch of other folks that are capitalized. They following the lead of other street ninjas. They following the way that they expect Anton Daniels to respond. The way that they expect anyone to respond is on the street ninja style. They think that by you being a masculine man, you supposed to cold clock and knock a dude out for trying to hit on you or whatever it is, like in those situations. That come from the streets. That whole mindset is street mindset. That's not any other mindset. That's the streets talking. So that's why I'm saying this. It's not the street ninjas themselves. It's the way that they try to move. And again, even if they got paper, they ain't got Anton Daniels paper. So they jealous of it and they trying to knock it down. Like, I know behavior. I study this. I work in public safety. I know how people move. I know when people lying. I pay attention to all of those little cues. Anton Daniels was highly uncomfortable in this interview. And that's why right after, it's like he kept trying to make it clear, no. And then your boy Fleece didn't take the hint. He kept trying. So what ended up happening was that was the end of the interview. You understand? At that point, the best thing was to do was to end the interview before it went left. So it's crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. Yeah, listen, Nat, you on it. You on it, Nat. She says it's a lot of street ninjas that are on the DL as well. They try to overcompensate as well. Exactly. A lot of these guys, like, okay, let me make this clear. Let me make this real clear. I'm straight. Like I said, married, straight, all of that stuff, right? I live in Atlanta. Like I said, Sodom and Gomorrah, to what a lot of y'all call it. If a dude hit on me, and I've had that happen before, go figure, it's Atlanta. We have events, and you can't say, I know certain people, I think I saw somebody in the chat say, well, I avoid those areas. Man, they're everywhere. There are no areas here in Atlanta to avoid. The whole city, they're everywhere. They're in your job. Listen, just like you're on social media, they're everywhere. There is no avoiding. You got to stay in your house and never come out. You go outside to check the mail, they there. You go get your trash can, they there. Your recycle cans, they there. You go outside to go jump in the whip, go outside to do, they right there. You go to the gas station, they there. You go to the grocery store, listen, they everywhere. It ain't no avoiding, people who play for, that on the DL or play for the other team. The point that I'm making is street ninjas, as Nat said, they're on the DL as well. And that is true. They are on the DL. And a lot of them are on social media. And a lot of them now have become content creators. A lot of them try to overcompensate by acting like they got a bunch of women. They try to brag about a bunch of women. You understand? Oh, I got this woman. I got this woman. They overcompensating. See, a masculine man is secure in his frame. He ain't got to compensate for nothing. He's good where he is. It don't matter what it is. He's good with his appearance. He's good with his temperament. He's good with what he got. Like, he good. That's a masculine man. He ain't got to overcompensate. You got a bunch of insecure dudes that's on the DL. And what they secretly want is they want to turn Anton Daniels gay. They be actually wanting to get with Anton Daniels and they mad. Listen, why are these guys so focused on Anton Daniels and they not talking about Corey? That's because they want to get with Anton Daniels. Listen, the same way that a woman would want to get with a man that got more money over another man, a man that's more successful than another man, a man that got deeper pockets or further reach than another man, that's how these dudes be focused on Anton Daniels. They be moving just like women. And you got some big content creators that's doing it. All they doing, listen, I watch big channels who used to talk about other people and other subjects. All they doing is focus on Anton Daniels. They not even talking about it from a fair and balanced perspective. You need to be giving Anton Daniels airtime and Corey airtime. And I'm watching, and it's a lot of big channels. And then what happens is, because these channels have large platforms, everybody's viewing, everybody's watching. You got the smaller content creators being parrots. They're being copycats because they're not really content creators. They just copy everybody. There's nothing different about them. There's nothing unique about them. For example, who have you seen that has a background like this? Who have you seen has a background like this? Everybody ain't got a background like this. Because I'm different than everybody. I don't want my setup to look like everybody. I don't want my channel to sound like everybody. I had a couple people that are new to my platform. They was like, why don't you get to the videos already? Your commentary's a turn off. Then leave. I don't give a flying flip. Leave. You one person out of all the people on my channel. Everybody on my channel love my commentary. They come to my platform for my commentary. And you one person that want to complain because you think I'm trying to be like everybody else. I ain't like everybody else. I'm unique. I've always been an originator. I'm unique with my music. I'm unique with my dress. I'm unique with everything. I'm a trendsetter. Everything I do is a trendsetter. There's a lot of trends that I created that other people running with. There's a lot of sayings that I've been saying and I started, and everybody else on YouTube is saying the same comments that I say. I got little things that I say on YouTube and then now everybody else saying it. You think they say they got it from Brainwavezz? Nah, they just copy exactly what I do. The point that I'm making is that a lot of these guys are on the DL. And just like how a woman want to go after the man with the most money, that's what these dudes doing. They hyper vigilant. They hyper focused. And see, by them calling Anton something that he's not, because unless somebody coming out with a video, listen, unless y'all coming out with actual video proof, or you got an actual individual that is testifying, they got a testimonial in an interview saying, yes, Anton Daniels is gay. Y'all just talking, man. Y'all just making up a bunch of stuff. And as a matter of fact, y'all moving like women. I expect the ladies to move like that, right? But for you fellas to be gossiping, because that's what it is. Gossip is when you're spreading misinformation about somebody. None of y'all got any proof, any videos, any evidence that Anton Daniels is gay. And if you do have it, then put it out. Y'all just talking the same way that you had dudes talking about me. It's kind of funny. Last year, he had this content creator trying to come out, spreading false information, trying to say that I was gay. All of that junk got shut down. It went nowhere. You know why? because people that did the research, people that looked, people that were out, there's no receipts, there's no evidence, there's nothing. It's people talking out of their ass trying to make up something. Come on now. Come on. So we got Myron in the building. Says Brainwavezz never had a problem with you, fam, but Anton called us Neanderthals. Will you address that? First of all, I would have to address that in a separate video because there's a lot of things that Anton may have said. There's a lot of things that he may have done, and I would have to put that in a separate video. That would go out of that topic. Now, I will say this. People say stuff all the time, but I'm not claiming it. He didn't call me a Neanderthal. So what I would suggest in the short term, Myron, and I have to get into this later, if I were you, Myron, I wouldn't receive that. Like, if you believe the shoe fits, listen, he ain't talking to me. I ain't no Neanderthal. So I don't receive what he says, but I will, if I get to it, there's so much I'm trying to get to, I will address that. Now, look, I'm not sitting up here and trying to say that Anton Daniels never said anything wrong, never did anything wrong. That's not what this is about. Because technically, a lot of us have said things and done things wrong, especially as content creators. The point that I'm making is that in this particular situation, it's this hyper vigilant focus on Anton and not focusing on Corey and being fair and balanced down the middle. And when I say focus on Corey, I don't mean like just focusing on Corey, because that would be wrong too. It needs to be this fair and balanced approach. I don't see folks taking a fair and balanced approach. All I see people do, ooh, everybody's talking about Anton. Let me talk about Anton. I guarantee you, if the social media streets flip, and then all of a sudden everybody want to start talking about Corey, they'll start talking about Corey. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to be like, why are y'all so hyper vigilant, so focused on Corey? And based upon some of the things that Corey said he got an issue with the dick sucking stuff, you know what I'm saying? Corey talking about he got an issue with that. Anybody that's triggered about another man alluding, and Anton didn't actually say that's what he do. He was talking about with his audience. But any man that's actually that triggered, it's the same way. Right here, Anton Daniels could not react that way, in a violent way, in a street way, to Fleece Johnson being on his show. Right? Corey dropped the bag because Corey was supposed to get to the bag. He dropped the bag by reacting in a violent way towards Anton. And even to the point where he was like, yeah, man, say it one more time. Say the dick sucking thing one more time. Why are you so mad about it, Corey? Obviously, there's something there that got you in your feelings, got you in your emotions. You was acting like a woman in that moment. See, a lot of these dudes, these street dudes, they be ready to pop up. You step on their shoes, they ready. They're too emotional. A lot of these guys are way too emotional. Okay, y'all take it. I thought we were men. Y'all take too much offense over the smallest things. Now, can we address things? Of course. Can we point out things and say, well, this was wrong, this is right? Of course. But to be getting all emotional about it, man, especially the way that Corey responded, that tells me that something is there. That tells me that Corey had an experience for him to be so triggered about that. Because if you're not about that life, why you getting bothered by it? Listen, people make videos about me. People say stuff about me all day, every day. Man, I don't even get that stuff the time of day. You know why? Because I know it's not true. I know it's not true. People are going to say things about you no matter how you move. You can move 100% correctly. They're going to say things about you. Christ was sinless and blameless. Jesus Christ was sinless and blameless. And yet they still crucify him to the cross. So you know, if they crucified Christ to a cross, he was sinless, he was blameless, he didn't say anything, he didn't do anything that would have been considered wrong. And they still crucified him. And the Bible talks about that. So it's just, I see everybody focus on Anton Daniels and what he said and what he did wrong. And I don't see people talking about Corey. It's like For everybody that want to say Anton Daniels said this, like for example, I'm gonna use the comment I just had up. You know, what's it called? Myron, brother Myron. He said that Anton Daniels called us Neanderthals. Well, what about the stuff that Corey called us? Corey has said stuff. Corey has done stuff. For example, Corey may not call you a name if you for the streets. But let's say, I don't even want to, you know, they call you pandering to the white audience, even though that's not what we do, but they call you pandering to the white audience. So let's say you're in that group of people that quote unquote would be considered a sellout, right? Oh, you're a sellout. You're pandering to the audience, but you black. You for black people, you for black issues, but they'll continue, consider you a sellout. Corey has said derogatory things about people like that. How come ain't nobody making videos about that? How come ain't nobody in the comment section talking about that? This is what I'm talking about. People are not fair and balanced. They're hyper focused on Anton. It's Anton, 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 Anton. I don't see nobody talking about Corey. If we really just want to go there, both of them said stuff that was wrong. Both of them could have responded in a different manner. We want to go there technically, but y'all ain't trying to hear that. Y'all just want to focus on everything wrong that Anton's doing. There's a lot of hypocrisy. And I'm not saying that Anton didn't say or do anything wrong. I'm saying he did say and do some things wrong, just like Corey. But why y'all focus on Anton and not Corey? Because Anton got the bag. Anton got the status. Anton got everything. When you look at Corey, think about it. You say Anton Daniels and it sound like money. You talk about Corey Holcomb, folks like, okay, yeah, he the man, but y'all ain't saying he got the money. See, it hit different. It hit different. And that's what a lot of people are mad and upset about. Because especially as content creators, it's all about getting paid. It's all about getting paid. And when it comes to calling things out, we gotta call. Listen, if you're going to call things out, you can't be like, well, I'm not going to talk about this and I'll talk about that one. No. We gotta talk about all of them. We gotta talk about, in this case, with Corey and Anton and Corey, we gotta talk about both. And I see so many content creators not doing it. And what that tells me is that they secretly got beef with Anton. And they're capitalizing on a moment to try to bring him down. And see, this is why a lot of content creators don't want to work with people. And some of these content creators are content creators that are supposedly, at least at one point in time, cool with Anton Daniels, or they have publicly, I'm not talking about privately, they have publicly admitted that they got no problems with Anton Daniels. But yet all I see is y'all making 1,000 videos about Anton Daniels, and y'all not making any videos talking about how Corey's in the wrong. It's just, what is with the obsession with it? Like, how come we not focus on that? Listen, you can tell people got agendas. You can tell people are biased. You can tell when people are working with each other. Some people will actually get paid, right? You'll have people that will pay other people, hey, I'll give you some bread. You continue to talk about Anton. It could be a whole bunch of stuff going on. Y'all have no idea. A whole bunch of stuff. Right? It's a whole bunch of stuff. Come on now. And when I talk like this, you got people that think that, like, listen, like, it's like you can't say that. You got people think that I'm trying to advocate the stuff that Anton Daniels says. Show me one video, show me one live stream where I said I'm trying to advocate for Anton Daniels. I'm literally asking the question, what is with the obsession of only covering Anton Daniels, but y'all don't want to talk about Corey? And especially this obsession with thinking that he played for the other team. Y'all so focused on that. But Corey was the one that was going on and on and on, even when Anton was off his show, still triggered about the dick sucking comment. And y'all ain't got nothing to say about that. Y'all just let that ride. Ain't nobody trying to dig up no older videos, seeing how Corey handled, or situations that he handled when dealing with people that play for the other team. Y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all want to be okay with that. You know why a lot of y'all don't want to talk about it? As content creators, as viewers, as commenters, Because a lot of y'all struggle with the same issue. A lot of y'all had something happen to you. A lot of y'all been touched. A lot of y'all been in the casting couch. A lot of y'all been in the prisons. A lot of y'all been in them situations. And y'all have an issue with it. And because you have an issue with it, you want to make everybody have an issue. You know the saying, misery loves company. So y'all want to make Anton had an issue too. Y'all want to make everybody had an issue. See, it's pretty easy to see people that are miserable. It's very easy. There's a lot of miserable people out there, and they will stop at nothing with trying to make you miserable. And that's exactly what's going on right here. They're trying to make Anton miserable. Anton ain't miserable. He get to the bag. Y'all can say whatever. Y'all can hate whatever, just like a lot of celebrities. People put out stuff about celebrities, actors, actresses, whatever. They get to the bag. You can be mad all day. They get to the bag. They going to the bank. While y'all making 1,000 videos, sitting mad, being miserable, they going to the bank. I've seen this even with myself. I watch content creators. They did everything. They try to call me gay. They try to do all this stuff. Why? Because they know I'm getting to the bag. One way or the other. Whether it's on content or it's another way. They know you get to the bag. They know you're successful. They know you're successful. So they be hating on that. Instead of them focus on getting to the bag too. Because it's more than enough for everybody to eat. They want to try to bring your bag down. I've literally watched content creators try to sabotage stuff that I do, my businesses and all of that. Why? Because they want to sabotage your paper. That's what a lot of ninjas be on. Some of them same content creators, they ninjas too. Because anytime it's a ninja that be in a situation, they advocate for all the ninjas. They go in for all the ninjas. It's like a lot of black folks, they're secretly racist against their own people. Take the Anton Daniels thing out of it. Take what Anton Daniels said and then say, if somebody's black and they're successful, you got a lot of ninjas that be jealous of them. That be hating on them. You got the successful black folks and you have the non-successful black folks. And it's like the non-successful black folks be hating on the successful black folks. The irony of it is, for the most part, the successful black folks not even hating on the non-successful black folks. We try to bring y'all up, but all y'all want to do is bring us down. There are so many content creators that I personally tried to help on this platform. And I've watched, all they do is try to screw you over. And I know as it relates to Anton Daniels, he's had interactions with other content creators. And what I'm watching is those same content creators that have had interactions. I'm pretty sure Anton Daniels gave them some type of tips, inside secrets on how to be successful, et cetera, et cetera. Maybe actually just literally gave them an opportunity or whatever. And I'm seeing some of these same content creators just go in and drag him. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. That's why us as content creators, it's like you don't want to hardly work with nobody. Because it be people that you think is cool, people you think you can rock with, they be the main ones turning on you. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. I guarantee you, if Anton Daniels was broke, y'all wouldn't have no issues. You'd be like, man, forget him. He broke anyway. But y'all got a problem because he got the bread. He got more bread than Corey. Y'all know he got more bread than Corey. He said it on the show during the fight. He's like, you got paper? He said, man, I got paper too. Like, what you talking? That's exactly what he said. I could play the fight, say, I'll do it when I actually do the breakdown. That's what y'all be mad. Y'all be mad when people got that paper. When people got money, then y'all psychoanalyze everything that they say, everything that they do. Y'all start going into the past, try to find stuff, dig up stuff, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Because they got paper. But if that same person was broke, y'all would have said nothing. Y'all like, man, forget him. He broke anyway. I ain't paid attention to what he said. His word don't carry weight. Y'all mad because Anton Daniels' word carries weight. Y'all mad because Anton Daniels' word carries weight. Let me say it again. Y'all mad and y'all upset because Anton Daniels' words carry weight. If his word didn't carry weight, y'all wouldn't care. If he wouldn't get no views on social media, if people wouldn't pull up, if he wasn't making no money, if he would be the trending subject or one of the trending subjects on social media, y'all wouldn't even care, man. But because he is, y'all upset. Y'all upset. And y'all will justify and cover for anybody that's willing to go at Anton. Y'all saw Corey Holcomb try to take shots at Anton. Y'all support him. Why? Because it's a chance to bring Anton down. So y'all will uplift anybody that will try to bring down somebody that's getting to that paper, especially when they black. And you wonder why successful people don't want to help black folks. You wonder why successful people of other ethnicities don't want to work with black folks. It's because of this type of ninja mentality. Because that's where it comes from. It comes from the streets. It comes from the pits of hell. It's demon time, ninja time, all of that. That's why folks don't want to work with black folks. That's why folks don't want us in their neighborhoods and in their areas and whatever it is going on, attending their functions and stuff. That's why. That's why. Because all you want to do is bring it down. You're not trying to build. A man is supposed to be focusing on building. That's what a masculine man is supposed to be. Now, I don't know if y'all on feminine time, y'all secretly on a DL, y'all just want to tear down. And I'm watching content creators who don't have no skin in the game as it relates to Anton Daniels or Corey. And they just trying to bring them down. It's more than just reacting to the situation. You're obsessed. And I'm calling all of you content creators out, as well as you viewers and you commenters. Y'all need to start being fair or balanced, or you exposing yourself. I see a lot of people that are secretly into the DL lifestyle being revealed. They on the DL and with their obsession with Anton Daniels and them trying to make him into the DL. Like I said, unless you got a videotape, you got proof, you got evidence, y'all reaching, man. Y'all trying too hard. Y'all trying too hard. Y'all trying too hard, man. Y'all trying too hard. And I got to call it out. I got to call it out. I got to call it out. Somebody got to call it out. When people are successful, you might not like the individual. You may not agree with the individual, but one thing you cannot take away is the fact that they're successful. And you got to respect the hustle or how they got successful. There's all types of people that have become successful. All types of people. You might not like them. You might not agree with them. You might not care for what they do. But the fact stands, they're successful. So you got to put some respect on that. And I don't see nobody doing it. I see people disrespecting that. And guess what that does for you? For all you content creators, making all these videos, thinking you making some bread, getting a couple of views, thinking you going to rally the troops and get a bunch of people. All you going to do is get a bunch of ninjas on your platform that's going to tear up your platform. Because it's a matter of time before they do the same thing to you. It's a matter of time. Listen, all you content creators, I don't care how big your platform is. You get a couple of likes, clicks, and views right now. You only attracted that ninja energy. And that ninja energy is going to come back to bite you. When those ninjas realize that your attempts with these videos and whatever you saying to try to make Anton look bad, but you not being fair and balanced, talk about all the stuff that Corey got wrong. Corey got a whole bunch of stuff wrong. A whole lot. But y'all don't want to talk about it. Y'all want to avoid it. And your attempts of making videos and live streams trying to make Anton look bad, make him look gay and all this stuff, when that's not successful because it's not working. Y'all trying too hard. It's not working. Every time y'all do that, Anton gets a more of the bag. He gets a bigger bag every time y'all do it. So guess what? Your same viewers that came to you when you was dragging Anton, they're going to get mad at you. Then next thing you know, they're going to start dragging you. Or they're going to go to somebody that's going to drag you. So y'all better be careful about what y'all doing out here. All money ain't good money. All views ain't good views. Come on now, all subscribers ain't good subscribers. Just because you get likes, clicks, and views, you get a little bread, don't mean it's all good. But, you know, hey, you gonna do what you want to do. I can't tell you what to do. You know, that's on you. I'm just spitting game. I'll spit masculine game, staying in my frame. You either take it or leave it. So, you know, that's pretty much it, man. I said basically what I needed to say, and I proved my points. Now I'm gonna watch what people do. I mentioned this before that I was gonna break down the actual fight. I've kind of done bits and pieces of it here and there. I may break down this interview. The main part of this interview, by the way, none of this conversation, this Fleece Johnson hitting on Anton Daniels conversation comes up in it. So it's nothing in it that would be like, oh, wow. Like, people are reaching, man. They just literally are desperate and reaching. They reach it. They reach it. I don't have else to tell you. I've seen them do this with me. They be reaching, man. They desperate. Because they not... Let me tell you why. But those of them that are actually content creators, y'all need to go back and focus on your other content and stop dragging Anton all day. And if you're going to be dragging Anton, you need to drag Corey too, because Corey's in the error. He's in the wrong. Don't act like Corey is not in the wrong. Corey is just as much as the wrong as Anton if you want to go there. If you technically want to go there and go tit for tat. Y'all need to be making more videos about Corey. If I see these content creators make videos about Corey, then I know they at least hear what I got to say and they try to be fair and balanced. But if I watch these content creators only continue to drag Anton, yeah, we know you on the DL. Allegedly. We know y'all allegedly on the DL as content creators. We know y'all allegedly on the DL as viewers. Y'all want Anton to be about that life so you can live out your fantasy with Anton because he got the bigger bread. You know, that's how women move. You chasing after the guy with the most money. We know y'all secret haters. It's crazy, man. I mean, I tell you, it's like every day for the past couple of days now, sometimes twice a day, I'm watching content creators that would never even talk about this stuff. They just turn it out video after video after video after video. I'm like, wow. I'm like, so it's like that. And you know what that tells me as a content creator? You know what it tells me as a content creator? I wouldn't necessarily say I would never work with you. But what it tells me is that I'm watching you because I know you would do me the same way. You can't be trusted. See, these content creators that's not being fair and balanced about the situation, they can't be trusted. It's only a matter of time before they screw you over. And I'm talking about even as another content creator. They'll screw you over. You a content creator, you watching what they do. It's a matter of time before they screw you over. I don't care if they cool with you, they smiling with you. Some of these same content creators was cool and smiling with Anton Daniels too. And now look at what they doing. Telling you, man. Everybody getting exposed. Everything coming to an end. It's cleanup time here in 2026. So with that being said, I'm getting out of here. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and share. Appreciate the engagement. Y'all know what to do. And I'll catch y'all in the next.